Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Village Board meeting of June 13th. Please join us in our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, Mrs. Thomas.
Trustee Purcell. Here. Trustee Willis. Here. Trustee Colton. Here. Trustee Hyperman. Here. Trustee Harris Jones. Here. Trustee Roman. Here. President Hope.
Here. Representing staff this evening, to my left, our village manager, Napoleon Haney. To my right, our village attorney, Chris Cummings. To the audience's right, our police chief, Denise McGrath, fire chief, Bob Grabowski, finance director, Amy Zakowski, economic and community development director, Angela Maceras, Public Works Director John Schaefer, and Assistant Village Manager Tyler Hall. The minutes of May 23rd. Any additions or corrections? Trustee Purcell.
Abstain.
Trustee Willis.
Nothing.
Trustee Colton.
All good.
Trustee Hyperman. Trustee Harris Jones.
Nothing for me.
And Trustee Roman. May I have a motion to approve the minutes, please?
So moved. Second.
Been moved by Trustee Colton, seconded by Trustee Roman. Roll call, please.
Trustee Purcell.
Abstain.
Trustee Willis.
Aye.
Trustee Colton.
Aye.
Trustee Hyperman.
Aye.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Aye.
Trustee Roman.
Aye.
The minutes are approved. The claims list in the amount of $892,995.71. Questions or queries?
Nothing for me.
Trustee Willis.
No question.
Trustee Colton.
All good.
Trustee Hyper. Trustee Harris Jones.
Nothing for me.
Trustee Roman. May I have a motion to approve the claims list, please?
Second.
Been moved by Trustee Hyperman, seconded by Trustee Willis. Roll call, please.
Trustee Purcell.
Aye.
Trustee Willis.
Aye.
Trustee Colton. Aye. Trustee Hyperman.
Aye.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Aye.
Trustee Roman.
Aye.
The claims list is approved. Of that claims list of almost $893,000, 3 items comprised the majority of that list. Our payment to the city of Chicago Heights for water was $267,000. 1 month's employees' health insurance, $237,000. And our payment to Thorn Creek Sanitary District was $81,000. That amounted to $585,000, or 2/3, 66% of that claims list. Hear from the audience. If anyone in the audience would like to address the board on any subject not on the agenda, please raise your hand. If not, oh,
I just want to say real quick that that's great. Hi, I'm Beatty.
you
I don't know if you attended the festival or not, the Pride Festival, but it was with Flossmoor in the Park District. I think that's a great idea for future festivals if we can do it as well, because it seemed really nice, and a lot of us have friends and family in both towns, and we can have a bigger, better festival, even if it has to be in Flossmoor. That would be great too. So thank you guys for all the effort for that.
Sure. Next time you have to bring your dog though. You know that. The oath of office, Mr. Schaefer, a new utility maintenance worker.
Yeah, tonight we bring before the village board the swearing in of Joseph Hepper. Joe is the new utility maintenance worker at Public Works. Joe comes to Homewood with a maintenance experience. Joe first started his working career actually in ranching cattle, and also worked in roofing. Joe is a lifelong Homewood resident and graduated from HF High School. He's eager, upbeat attitude, and a great addition to our Public Works team. I look forward to watching Joe's career here. He has already been proven himself to be a great asset to Public Works.
Have to get camera time. There you go.
Raise your right hand. State after me. I state your name.
I, Joseph Butler,
Having been appointed to
having been appointed to
the position of utility maintenance worker
the position of utility maintenance worker
for the village of Homewood,
for the village of Homewood,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
and support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
of the state of Illinois,
and the municipal ordinances for the village of Homewood,
and the municipal ordinances of the city, village of Homewood,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Good day.
Welcome.
Thanks a lot. Thanks. Thank you very much. Thank you. Sure.
And now may I have a motion approving resolution 3145, honoring Finance Director Dennis Bubanek in his retirement.
So moved.
Been moved by trustee Colton, seconded by trustee Harris Jones. Roll call, please.
Trustee Purcell.
Aye.
Trustee Willis.
Aye.
Trustee Colton.
Aye.
Trustee Hyperman.
Aye.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Aye.
Trustee Roman.
Aye.
I reluctantly approve the passage of that resolution. We're sorry to see it go. Would you care to read the resolution, please?
Resolution honoring Dennis Bubanek on his retirement from the village of Homewood. Whereas Dennis Bubanek was hired to serve as Homewood's finance director on March 20, 2000, and has been a valuable asset and resource to the village in his capacity as director. And whereas Dennis Bubanek faithfully and professionally served in the capacity of finance director for the village of Homewood for 23 years. And whereas Dennis Bubanek over those 23 years has successfully managed and balanced over $500 million of budget funding. And whereas Dennis Bubanek has performed as a fiscal exemplar by properly accounting for the public funds entrusted to him by the village of Homewood. And whereas Dennis Bubanek properly piloted the village's finances through the Great Recession of 2007 through 2009, without compromise to or reduction in village services. And whereas Dennis Bubanek skillfully navigated the village's finances through the coronavirus 19 global pandemic of 2020 and 2021. And whereas Dennis Bubanek oversaw the implementation of numerous practices and protocols that have transformed the finance department into a more efficient, responsive, and customer-friendly extension of the village. And whereas Dennis Bubanek has developed, nurtured, promoted, and fostered quality and healthy professional and personal relationships that will last a lifetime. And whereas Dennis Bubanek leaves the village of Homewood in a strong financial position with an impeccable credit rating, a healthy fund balance, an indisputable history of professional financial management, and an impeccable reputation of public fund stewardship. And whereas Dennis Bubanek has made many friends and colleagues that will carry on in his legacy of doing things the right way. Now therefore be it resolved by the President and Board of Trustees of the Village of Homewood that Dennis Bubanek be honored and commended for 23 years of outstanding and dedicated service to the citizens of Homewood. On behalf of the citizens of Homewood, the President of Board and Trustees hereby extend best wishes to Dennis Bubanek on his retirement.
Dennis, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Dennis.
Speak for no more than an hour.
Four-page. Seems odd walking up to the podium and not discussing how the proposed budget is being affected by the slowdown in the economy. Or maybe how the audit shows an addition to general fund balance due to a strong economy. or our favorite non-home rule, one size fits all real estate tax levy setting process. Tonight will be more of a list of thank yous. Thank you, village trustees, for your ongoing efforts to make Homewood a great place to live, work, and entertain. Thank you, Village Clerk Marilyn Thomas. 20 years from today, they will be reviewing your village board minutes and they will be able to recreate exactly what we did tonight. Thank you, Village President Holfeld. You drove me crazy with ideas. Yeah. But I know your goal was to make Homewood a better place to live, work, etc. Thank you, Village Attorney Chris Cummings, for keeping us within legal requirements. Never forget Chris's advice. Don't put anything in an email you will regret when you hit the send button. Thank you, Village Manager Haney and Assistant Village Manager Paul, for your work to engage and educate the community on what the local government does and the rules that we must operate under. Thank you, department heads, for your efforts to make your departments the best provider of these municipal services. Thank you, frontline employees, for your day-to-day work, which makes Homewood a great place to live and work. Thank you to the citizens of Homewood for choosing Homewood as your place to live, work, entertain. Thank you to the other taxing bodies in Homewood for their services they provide as a local unit of government, and that's provided to the community and the residents. Thank you to the Police Pension Fund and Fire Pension Fund for your efforts for employees and retirees for the groups that you cover. Lastly, opportunities and challenges. There's never an opportunity without a challenge or a challenge without an opportunity. First opportunity is housing. You can get a really nice home at a great price in Homewood compared to much of the Chicago area. The challenge is you got to support your code enforcement and building department to keep these homes up. For example, get them to cut their grass and fix their gutters. Opportunity, the Southland Casino, a game changer of an entertainment facility right here in South Cook County. Challenge with casino. Don't spend the projected revenue before you have data on the actual revenue. So don't start spending that money before you know what it is. Challenge, the vacant Walmart needs redevelopment. Opportunity, maybe we should study what's around other casinos and what develops near them, as this vacant Walmart is near this casino. And maybe some of that might benefit Homewood. Obviously, we want retail because of sales tax, but who knows what's around other casinos that maybe we can learn from. A challenge, and I've said it 100 times, property taxes and assessments in South Cook County are just very difficult compared to Indiana and Will County. Opportunity though with that is we can level the playing field best if we have well thought out and well calculated economic development incentives. Staff is an opportunity. The police solve crimes, fire responds promptly to emergencies, public works keeps our infrastructure running, and the village hall operates as a team depending on what project or what problem is at hand. A challenge with that staffing is new employees entering today's workforce do have different ideas on work. You know, don't hold it against them because they said the same about me 50 years ago. Opportunity, information technology, for example, the internet is a great way to get information out to the village quickly. The challenge is some of the internet users are kind of goofballs, so you can watch out for some of them. Lastly, transportation. We have access to 2 airports that can get you anywhere in the world, and they can get you back home. We have an interstate access that gets you anywhere in the USA, north, south, east, or west. We even have a rail access that can get you anywhere along the rail line. So I think if your lifestyle or your work requires travel, I'm not sure why you wouldn't live in Homewood, as we seem to have it all when it comes to transportation. And that's the end of my speech.
And your proclamations.
Thank you.
So Dennis, this is from the village and your colleagues, staff. It reads Dennis Bubenik, Finance Director, MVP, March 20th, 2000 to May 19th, 2023, Homewoods Hall of Fame. So
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Haney.
and we're going to bring up Amy Zukowski, our new Finance Director. So Amy received her bachelor's degree in accounting in 2004. Amy began her career with the Village of Homewood on April 7, 2008. After working as an auditor in the private sector, Amy is a certified public accountant, and she began her Homewood career as a senior accountant. Amy was promoted to assistant finance director in 2016 and recently completed her 15-year milestone of service to the Village of Homewood. 15-year milestone. Amy has a wonderful family team that supports her every endeavor. Amy has been married for 17 years to her husband, Wally, who is a chemistry teacher at Andrew High School in Tinley Park, Illinois. Wally is also Andrew High School's head varsity coach for the golf team. Amy's supporting cast consists of her three awesome children, Luke 14, Paige 11, and Tyler 8. When Amy and Wally are not working and or coaching, they are supporting their children in various sports and activities nearly every night of the week. Amy, oath of office.
I state your name. Having been appointed to Director of Finance for the Village of Homewood, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
Constitution of the State of Illinois.
Constitution of the State of Illinois.
And the municipal ordinances for the Village of Homewood.
Ordinances of the Village of Homewood.
And that I will faithfully discharge
And I will faithfully discharge
my duties
my duties
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Mrs. Thomas, the omnibus vote.
The board is asked to approve ordinance M 2252, granting a special use permit for Glamour One Productions LLC at 18350 Kedzie Avenue. The village classifies spas for the B3 General Business District. The Planning and Zoning Commission unanimously approved the special use request. The board is asked to approve ordinance M 2253, granting a special use permit for BB Holistic LLC at 920 175th Street. The massage therapy business is in a B4 shopping center district. The Planning and Zoning Commission voted to approve a special use permit. The board is asked to pass resolution R 3146, authorizing the village manager to solicit bids and proposals for the development of the property at 2124 183rd Street. This property was previously a Citgo gas station. The board is asked to pass resolution R 3147, appropriating an additional $212,000 of motor fuel tax funds to fully fund the bid award for the 2023 Rebuild Illinois Bond Resurfacing Program. The board is asked to award the 2023 Rebuild Illinois Street Resurfacing Program to D Construction Inc. of Coles City, the lowest responsible bidder, in the amount of $629,523.74. The board is asked to award the 2023-24 pavement marking bid to Traffic Control Company of Chicago Heights, the lowest responsible bidder, in an amount not to exceed $99,871.86. The board is asked to approve a budget amendment allocating $80,000 of American Rescue Plan Act funds for concrete grinding of sidewalk trip hazards and renew the 2022-23 contract for sidewalk survey and saw cutting or grinding of trip hazards with Universal Concrete Grinding LLC in the amount not to exceed $100,000. The board is asked to approve a budget amendment of $36,000 to the Southwest TIF Fund for the Construction and Design Group, Inc. to remove and replace brick pavers that are considered to be trip hazards and to remove and replace tree grates with rubberized material located within the Southwest TIF area. The board is asked to approve ordinance M 2254, amending the schedule for Finance Department and liquor license fees to reflect charges for fingerprinting. The board is asked to pass ordinance M 2255, increasing the number of Class 4A liquor licenses by 1 for the proposed Stony Point Grill 2 LLC to be located at 2031 Ridge Road, subject to be approved, subject to an approved background check.
Thank you. Any comments or questions from anyone in the audience with regard to these matters? If not, trustee Purcell.
Personally, I'm just happy to be getting rid of like any of the trip hazards, knowing myself and how I work.
Trustee Willis. Trustee Colton.
No, it's all good.
Trustee Heiferman.
I have nothing.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Nothing for me.
Trustee Roman.
Nothing from you.
May I have a motion to approve the items on the claims consent agenda, please?
So moved. Second.
It's been moved by trustee Purcell, seconded by trustee Colton. Roll call, please.
Trustee Purcell.
Aye.
Trustee Willis.
Aye.
Trustee Colton.
Aye.
Trustee Heiferman.
Aye.
Trustee Harris Jones.
Aye.
Trustee Roman.
Aye.
The consent agenda is approved. General board discussion. Trustee Purcell.
I have nothing.
Trustee Willis.
Nothing.
Trustee Colton.
I just want to jump on board with what Kim Beatty said earlier, which is that the Pride Festival was absolutely amazing. I spent a couple hours there. I saw a lot of neighbors. I saw a lot of Homewoodians and Flossmoorians and people from even outside of there. Everybody came together and it was wonderful.
Trustee Heiferman.
Agree.
Trustee Harris Jones. Trustee Roman.
I'll just echo that. I loved also the collaboration between the Park District and Flossmoor, and I would love to see that happen more often as well.
Okay, with that, may I have a motion to adjourn, please?
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by trustee Purcell, seconded by trustee Roman. Roll call, please.
Trustee Purcell.
Aye.
Trustee Willis.
Aye.
Trustee Colton.
Aye.
Trustee Heiferman. Trustee Harris Jones.
Aye.
Trustee Roman.
Aye.
We stand adjourned. Thank you all.